Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all great fans for braving the chilly temperatures to be with us here tonight as we are set to come to green here for heat race number 1 of your Schuett Auto Body IMCA Northern SportMods. Through turns 3 and 4, we are underway. Slow start for Aaron Fullerton as Dylan Ricks will get him through turns number 1 and 2 and be your race leader. Here comes Alec Fett in the zero weight car in second place as Ricks hits the high side as he will be your race leader. Fett now down to the inside of the racetrack. The number 8X of Mike Hansen had that second place spot. Fett says, see you later, buddy. I've got it. Here comes Johnson now to the next to the 79 car. Ricks, your race leader, as it is Fett. Now Johnson to the third spot. Followed by Hansen. Car way too tight. Oh, into the wall in turns 1 and 2. And he will come to a stop, and that will bring out the caution. Work lane on the backstretch now instead of off of the entrance at turn number 3. They have completely closed the work area that was off the backstretch into turn 3. So work area in the infield now as we come back to green here for heat race number 1, single file. Dylan Ricks from Boyd and with a 45D machine out to the race lead. That car has been a rocket so far this year in 2022. Alec Fett, a rocket himself, as he pulls side by side with Ricks off at turn 4 for a piece of the race lead as we've got 5 laps to go. Ricks under attack now from Alec Fett as they come off turn 2 down the backstretch now into turn 3. Ricks on the high side tries to pinch Fett down low as Ricks a little bobbly but still keeps the race lead. Fett will tuck tail now behind him off turn 4. Johnson there as well in that 79 car as Fett pulls the back bumper of the 45D for a split second. Distance back from Johnson to Wegner as well as to Fullerton. Dylan Ricks with a race lead. Through turns 1 and 2, car seems to be tightening up on him a little bit. Here comes Taylor Johnson to the inside of Fett for that second place spot. Fett now through the middle of the racetrack. Johnson down low, battle for second with 2 to go this time by. As they battle for position, Dylan Ricks says, all right, boys, you have fun. I'm just going to walk away a little bit here. Fett will get around the 79 of Johnson off turn 2 that time by. As a white flag will be coming to call this time by. Johnson tries to dime in the corner to get a little bit of momentum built up. Nothing doing. White flag out for Dylan Ricks. Ricks, Fett, Johnson, Wegner, and Fullerton, your top 5. And it turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag will fly. Dylan Ricks will pick up the heat race win. Alec Fett in second. Taylor Johnson in that third place spot. Bill Wegner in fourth. And Aaron Fullerton, your top 5. You were talking about the Fett boys earlier there, Ryan. Well, if they're going to try, Dylan Ricks is definitely going to be giving them a run for their money in that 45D machine. That car has been fast all season so far. Colby Fett, the 00 car, starts the inside of your third and final row out of Algona. And from Winnebago, Minnesota, Randy Winter to his outside. Looks like we're set to go green right off the bat, and green flag is a-flying. As it is Pals Rock, followed by Allers, Ricks, and Ort as they come off at turn 2. Alyssa Pals Rock, feature winner here last year with a race lead, but not if Braden Allers has anything to say about it. Allers now to the point in that 20 machine. Here comes Dale Ricks Jr. in the 45, but he's got a double lot, a 00, whatever you want to call him, a Colby Fett right behind him. But Fett will bobble in turns 3 and 4. Ricks now up to that second spot as here comes Colby now to the outside of Pals Rock. Pals Rock, your pole sitter, slips back to that third place spot. Now we'll be slipped back to the fourth place spot now as they come off turn number 4. Ollers and Ricks, your top two right now. Fett sits in that third place position. Randy Winter will round out your top five. Pals Rock all by her lonesome now in that fourth position. Dale Ricks Jr. trying to close the gap between him and the 20 car of Braden Ollers. Not knowing he's got the 00. Colby Fett right behind him. Ricks will enter turn 3 a little bit tight. Now the car will snap loose on him in turns 3 and 4. As Ollers will now extend his lead ever so slightly as they come off of turn 4 with 2 to go. Still no change in your running order. Ollers, Ricks, Fett, followed by Pals Rock, Winter, and Ort with a white flag this time by for your leader, the 20 of Braden Ollers. In and off of turn number 4, Ollers will pick up that heat race win. Dale Ricks Jr. that second place spot, followed by Colby Fett, Alyssa Palsrock, Randy Winter, and Ort rounding out your field. As they come off of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen, spoiler alert, it's parade and wave time for your SportMods, presented by Schuett Auto Body. Mike Hansen, the 8X to the inside of row 6, with Ramon Ort to the 20 car to his outside, and right into turns 3 and 4 they come. Greenwater's coming out, and we're underway. Braden Ollers on the outside with the early race lead, but Dale Ricks Jr. says not so fast, buddy. Dale Ricks Jr. takes over the race lead into the 45R. Through turns 3 and 4, Dale Ricks Jr. will lead lap 1. Ollers, Palsrock, followed by Johnson and Alec Fett with Dylan Ricks there in the 45D machine. As we got them 3 deep into turn number 3 now. Palsrock in the middle, Fett on the low side, followed by Johnson on the high side. Dale Ricks Jr. with the race lead, your pole sitter out in front. Dylan Ricks, Alyssa Palsrock together off turn number 2. As Ricks will get by her now into turns 3 and 4. Dale Ricks Jr., your race leader. Braden Ollers, Alec Fett, Taylor Johnson, Dylan Ricks, your top 5. Wind and dust have picked up ever so slightly here at the Worthington Speedway early on in this feature. As caution comes out as Dylan Ricks around to the bottom of turn number 4. Driver out of Boyd in Iowa, Dylan Ricks around to the bottom of turn 4. Wind has picked up just a little bit here in the grandstand. So a little chilly. Be sure to bundle up as warmly as you can, as we're going to bundle up to a green flag on this restart. Dale Ricks Jr., your race leader in the 45R car. Braden Ollers in second, Alec Fett, Taylor Johnson. Here comes Colby Fett to the inside of Alyssa Palsrock as Johnson comes through with a little bit of contact with Alec Fett. Braden Ollers trying to find a piece of the race lead, cannot find it. As Dylan Ricks trying to come back through the field now in the 45D machine. Colby Fett around the XA of Alyssa Palsrock as Dylan Ricks racing with Bill Wagner now through turns 1 and 2. Dylan's found something on the high side as he's side by side with a 79W. Now gets around him and now set his sights on the XA of Alyssa Palsrock. Meanwhile, out front as we're halfway down, halfway to go, Dale Ricks Jr. car tightening up on him in turns 1 and 2. As Colby Fett into the top 4 now in the double to zero machine. Colby Fett into the top 4 is now going to set his sights on brother Alec Fett in the 08 car. Dale Ricks Jr., your race lead as we go single file around the Worthington Speedway. Ricks, Allers, Fett, and Johnson, your top 5, followed by Ricks, Palsrock, Wagner, Winter, with Fullerton and Ort. 5 laps to go for the 45R car as he still gets a little tight in turns 1 and 2. Braden Allers can catch him in the corners ever so slightly, but Ricks has the power to pull away from him on the straightaway. Allers inching closer in the 20 as we got 2 cars around in turns 1 and 2. Randy Winter and Aaron Fullerton together in turns 1 and 2, and that will bring out the caution.
That's not what Ricks wanted to see.
Dale Ricks Jr., your race leader, not something you want to see, especially when you got hard hitters like Braylon Allers, Alec Fett, Colby Fett. That's your top 4 right now. Maybe he needs some nachos. Mazza, you need some nachos over there? Set to come back to green off of turn number 4. Dale Ricks Jr., your race leader. Followed by Allers, Fett, and Johnson. Dale Ricks Jr. before the caution had come out was looking a little tight in 1 and 2 as he tries to fend off the advances of Braden Allers and the Fett boys. Colby Fett with a slider on Braden Allers for second. Colby Fett has been a bridesmaid too long here the 2022 season as he's trying to get atop the leaderboard and put it in victory lane. He'll have 2 laps to try to run down Dale Ricks Jr. in the 45R machine. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. White flag is out. One more time around. Dale Ricks Jr. looking for his first ever career feature win in the 45R machine. Colby Fett right behind him. Braden Allers as Alec Fett fends off advances from Dylan Ricks into turns 3 and 4. For the final time, the 45R of Dale Ricks Jr. He will see victory here in Worthington Speedway. Colby Fett in second, Braden Allers in third, Alec Fett in fourth. Dylan Ricks, your top 5 as smoke comes out of Randy Winter off turn number 4. But ladies and gentlemen, his first ever career feature win in the 45R. Dale Ricks Jr. puts it in victory lane for our Schuett Auto Body IMCA SportMods. And, you know, I didn't think mosquitoes could live in cold weather, but
Wow.
Randy Winter's just saying, hey, we're just a precautionary. We'll fog for skeeters here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not coolant.
That is not coolant. That is oil, my friend, and burnt oil at that.